Okay, now can you talk about Vietnam's relationship with Cuba and with Venezuela and with North Korea and other socialist countries? Um, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. To Cuba has been always our good friend.
Hmm.
Really, they help us a lot. Even now, like in the in the American war in the 70s and the 80s, that like they sent thousands of people. Cuba sent thousands of people to help Vietnam to build hospitals, and now even now a lot of hospitals in Vietnam was still like built by Cuban, and then they have really good condition until now, and we are using them. And Cuba always have been our good friend. But here's one sad thing: because of the embargo set by USA for nearly 50 years on Cuba, we could not do much to help them. That's impossible. And another fact is that they stay like so far from us, so it's hard for us to really help them much. But like in our spirit, in our hearts, they always been the good friend. We always love them so much. And about North Korea, in the last 2 or 3 years, our relationship became like better. Like we had like a news that Kim Jong Un now want to learn from Vietnam, to learn
Wow.
from what we did. Actually, like it's really happy. It's really happy. Remember last year or last 2 year when Kim Jong Un met Donald Trump in Vietnam in Hanoi?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they came there. Both they came there, and actually, in those they North Korea took that as a chance to talk a lot to Vietnamese leaders, and then to like discuss about the economic problems, and then to learn about how we did it. So
Yeah, well, I wrote an article at the time that those talks were going on, speculating because it was very clear that while Donald Trump wanted to establish better relations with North Korea, that there were people in the CIA that were trying to sabotage it. And I actually wrote that, if you read a lot of what was written in American media, in the 1980s, the USA was convinced that when Deng Xiaoping instituted the market reforms in China, it would lead to China overthrowing socialism. And that didn't happen. And they were assuming that when Vietnam had its market reforms, that would lead to the overthrow of socialism, and it didn't happen, right? And that part of the reason that the CIA was trying to sabotage the talks with North Korea was because North Korea wants to open up and wants to have economic development in a market sector. And the Western intelligence agencies used to believe that that would lead to regime change. But they've seen that in Asia that hasn't happened. It has actually strengthened socialism. And they are afraid they don't want to strengthen North Korea because of its history, fighting against the
yeah,
United States, supporting the Black Panthers in the United States. North Korea was very supportive of Black Panthers and Black activists in the United States. And so I was speculating that that was why there was a faction that was trying to sabotage those talks. And John Bolton, in particular, the national security advisor to Trump, really seemed to be trying to sabotage. And it worked. I mean, it seems like they've ended at this point. They stalled it.